Hi, this is Guy Barker here. Welcome to Herbi.org. Today I'm going to give a quick demo of some new features in the Herbi Speaks app for Windows. This new version is version 1.15. Okay, the first thing I'll show is how you can set a picture on a button to appear when the mouse cursor hovers over the button. So I will bring up the menu associated with this button, and previously in earlier versions there would be the set picture on button item there, or the remove picture from button. And now there's a new item here called set hover picture on button. So I'll say, there we go, when the mouse cursor is to hover over this button, I would like this picture to appear. Okay, so now as I move the mouse cursor on and off this button, I see this hover picture appear when the mouse cursor hovers over the button. And I can remove that picture if I want to, remove hover picture from button, and now that picture doesn't appear when I hover the mouse cursor over. So by doing that you can get a little bit of animation, a hide and seek type effect as you move the cursor over the button. Now another new feature in this version of the app is to import boards from other Herbi Speaks files. So I'm going to go to the boards menu and say import boards. Okay, now the first thing I need to do is select which file has the boards I want to import. So I'll go to the browse button. Okay, and I want to import some boards from a file called animal find. I'll open that. Okay, now we see a list of boards that were found inside that file. So I'm going to select just two of interest. One is called dog and one is called cat. There we go. I accidentally selected one called chicken there, but I deselected it afterwards because I'm not interested in that at the moment. I just want the board called dog and the board called cat, and I'll say okay, import those. Okay, so now if I go to the boards menu again, I see that the dog and the cat boards are now listed at the end of the other boards in this file. And so all imported boards will appear after the other boards you already had. So now if I select the dog board, that's the dog board.
Can you find the dog? Dog, you found the dog.
Great, and I could link these imported boards to the other boards I already had. In fact, if I go to boards here, let's say default, oops, let's try that again, default, I'll link this picture, this button, to the dog board, and now when I click it,
Jasmine,
I'm taken to the dog board. And I'll go back to the default board again. There we go. So that's the new feature where you can import one or more boards from other files into the file you're currently working with. A couple of other things in the this new version of Herbi Speaks. One is whenever you open or save a file, the folder that appears to select a file from when you're opening, or save to when you're saving, is remembered from the last time you did either of those operations. So if you open a file from a particular folder, then the next time you open a file will offer you the same folder as the starting point to select your file. Now other things, in this media enabled version of Herbi Speaks, you can select video to be played when the buttons clicked. I'll say set audio or video button. I'm going to select the videos folder. Okay, Jasmine in the snow. Open that, and when I click this now, we'll see the video.
Jasmine.
And we still have the link set up to take us to the dog board after the video is played. And that is actually an important new feature of this version of the app, where if you have speech and video and a link all set on a button, what happens is the speech, the text that's shown on the button is spoken first, and once that's completed, then any audio or video on the button will then start to be played, so you won't get any overlap there. And then once the audio or video is completed, then we make the jump to whatever linked board there is associated with that button. So it's always now in order of all the text that is spoken first, then any audio or video is played, and then a jump is made to a linked board. And if I go back to the default board, another thing in this new version, if I bring up the menu of items again, we will see the name of any audio or video associated with this button is now shown in this menu here. It says remove audio or video from button, and in brackets it says Jasmine in the snow. So that helps you get a feel for what audio or video is associated with the button. Right, and the only other thing is if I do say set audio or video on the button, then we get more choices of audio and video than we had before. So if I bring up that list, we've got all sorts of things here. We've got WMV type files, we've got QT or MOV files, which are popular Apple video formats. So there's quite a selection there, and all being well, any of those will play on buttons in the Herbi Speaks files. And if you have another type of media that isn't listed here, you can go to all files and select it from a bigger list. So those are the new features of the Herbi Speaks app in version 1.15. We have the importing of boards, the hover picture when the mouse cursor's over it, and more video types are played on buttons. Now, if you have any feedback or requests for more changes to the Herbi Speaks app, please do let me know, and I'll add them to the list of things I need to do to the app. And you can contact me at barker@herbi.org. Thank you.